Hi everyone, it's Liam here. Just talking to you today about the FTP setting in our Spivvy studio, or Born to Ride studio. This is all based upon our fitness levels that we actually have on the bikes. Now, it's set defaultly at 150, but this can be changed by either manually changing it or doing one of our fitness classes. The FTP is important because it stands for Functional Threshold Power. This is important because, like I said, it actually worked on your fitness and it is going to be very beneficial in improving and making you progress, okay? So how it works, as you go throughout any class, for example, you'll get an overall percentage at the end of the class, and then it'll give you a percentage based on your performance. Anytime you achieve over 100%, for example, it's time to sort of up the score, for example. So that's what we always say, that obviously we do an FTP class. What it is we mostly base these on 20 minutes, and you actually work as hard as you can for those 20 minutes at 90 RPM, holding the highest gear possible to really maximize the benefits and get the most out of your legs. Obviously you don't want to fail on it, but the main thing is that you try and get the best results out of it. That will give you a number to work on, okay, after you finish the class. If we're looking at manually changing it, FTP we set default at 150. You can find this on the settings on your app, okay? Once you've got to the app bit, and if you want to manually change it, then you can up the number, for example. 150 is default, but you could up it, for example, the likes of 170, 180. If you're very strong with your legs and obviously you're very good at cycling, then even 200 could be a very good mark to start on, really. But those are good numbers to work on. So if you now look to the TV screen, we're going to see the power showing up on this bike, okay? So as I'm working, we have the actual percentage going on. So the higher the percentage goes, the harder we are working. With this, if I actually increase the gears or increase the RPM, the percentage will go up, and in the bottom left corner, that's my current watts going as well. Now, the set FTP, it will actually up the level or make the percentage go a little bit lower if you are fitter. So if you are stronger with your legs, this 150 right now, 160, 170 is going to be relatively hard at this point, but we want 120 to 140, 150%, feeling a lot more harder. So by the time we get to 170, we are pushing in that threshold where we can only hold for a few seconds in this movement. Anything else like the 100% and 80%, they're all building up to the really hard effort, okay? So the screen shows what's actually going on there. So the higher the percentage, the harder you're working. But anything over the likes of 200, you are going to be pushing too hard and you need to change that fitness score. So basing our fitness levels, if you are going to be an average person covering the general line, baseline fitness, then I recommend starting on the likes of 160, maybe even 170 if you're feeling very confident. For anybody that's actually going to cover a lot of distance on the pitch, for example, a lot of ground, you can push that FTP up a bit more. You could go even to 180, maybe 190. Now, if you are feeling very strong and very up to the fitness, then even the likes of 200 could be achieved as well, really. So this gives you an idea to set it, really. Set it over 150, but I'd say around the likes, as long as it's within that 150 and 200, you'll be fine. But I do recommend pushing around the likes of 180 or 190 if you are very up to skill and up to standard with your fitness, okay? Excellent.